Hello, welcome once again to Oregon Quilting, and I have a wonderful audience with me today. Give yourselves a hand. And we've had such cold weather. It's just been, really cold. So we hope today that we can warm you up with our program. Lots of love in February, and also remember it's Heart Month. So get yourself checked out for all those things that you don't want to ask the doctor about. We have our guests as usual for show and tell, and later on in the program I will be sharing some exciting events that are coming up. So our first guest today is Joy. What's your freezer full of?
Moose.
Moose, yes. Okay, and what do you have for us today?
I'm bringing up my mom's show and tell, and she made a nice little table runner here, but I don't know exactly what pattern it is. It's kind of like a log cabin, but not quite. Do you know what pattern that? Sorry.
It does have a name. Lynette, do you know? Well, you viewers at home,
okay,
well, no, and you can
call.
you can let us know on the website. Write
That's
comments
right.
on the website.
Okay. And then this is the one I made, and this is called amethyst. This square here, it's amethyst, and I just put the bars together.
Like a pinwheel.
Yes, kind of like a pinwheel.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, well, maybe this is part of a baby blanket,
Oh.
or it could be laying on top of the table. So I didn't back it or anything yet, because I still haven't decided.
Okay. I love this. Love that. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. And Lynette is with us again. Thank you, thank you. Hold it up first.
Okay, so this was, I think, the basic challenge fabric and then the blues. And so I just made a table runner out of it too. I cut down a bigger pattern that I have, just scaled it down to make it a little smaller with the little piano key borders. It looks like we both thought gold was a really good color to put with this fabric. So, and then I used the same on the back as what's on the ends there, so, and binding. Actually, I didn't have quite enough to do a regular binding, so I just kind of did a flip and stitch or whatever you call it method, and I think it looks like binding.
And that's, those of you who know me know that that's what I do. I don't like binding, so I just flip the back over the front. Thank you very much. Now we have our special guest back again, Lucas. And he brought his grandmother with him this time. And you want to look at his shirt. Look what it says. Big Brother. Because you have
a baby sister.
A baby sister. Isn't that fun? So, you brought your grandma. You're going to help her.
Grandma made a block. We understand that this challenge fabric is going to continue with us for the year. And so we started out with a center block, and we'll figure out fun things to do around it throughout the year with coordinating fabrics. We thought it would be kind of different.
Oh,
Who knows how
fun.
big it'll be.
Yes, yes.
And
Thank
this
you.
is Lucas's favorite color. What is it?
Blue.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, we hope that one of these days you will talk your grandmother into letting you sew. Would that be fun?
Mm-hmm.
Although Lucas is very good about keeping himself entertained so Grandma can do the things she needs to do. So he's a really big helper. So thank you for coming back again. Okay, and next. And since I don't remember who you are,
I'm Krisha.
oh,
That's all right.
I should know who you are. You've been here.
This
Okay.
is Rachel, my friend. She lives in Federal Way and couldn't make it, but she didn't quite finish. I think her plan is to use Insul Bright and make it a table placemat or something.
Okay.
But yeah, she added a lot of that red in there.
So is this Storm at Sea?
Yes.
Yeah. And the red really almost makes it look like a different pattern. Yeah. I like that. I hadn't thought about using red, but there's red in the challenge fabric.
Yeah. And then this one is mine. I used the Friendship Links block. And I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do with it yet. Some sort of quilt, I think.
I like
Depending on
that.
what happens. Yeah, I think
Uh-huh,
so.
would be. And thank you. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
that with this winter weather that you were able to make it.
Yes,
We
thank you.
appreciate that. Okay, thank you. And now, my faithful friend who helps me every month, without whom we could not do this program. Faith, 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 Faith. Faith is here.
And I'm on time.
She's on time.
Yeah, at least to step up here. Hello. As you know, I'm Faith, and oh my gosh, I'm wearing green. Okay, so my son is visiting from Tacoma, Washington, and so I haven't been a good girl and didn't make anything this time. But I did get a AccuQuilt for Christmas. So Karen and I and Angela are gonna play with it. So hopefully between my AccuQuilt and their angle plays, we're gonna have some interesting stuff this year. Angela for Christmas made this little bag, and it's just adorable. It has extra little pockets in it for your ID and your bank card and whatever else you have. And instead of putting a snap, she put the Velcro, which I think is a nice idea, because then it's nothing metal that can rust.
And
Or-
can also possibly cause some kind of damage to some of our cards.
Yeah,
If
it's
it's
not
metal.
it's not a magnet either. Yeah,
That's a good
and it'll
plan.
make it through the wash. So
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And also then it's flat on the front. I can remember when I used to sew snaps on. Ugly on the top. This way it's beautiful.
yeah, and you could probably even, like on the back, put a clear piece of vinyl and have your ID turned around so that you could just
Without
show your
having
ID.
That's a
So-
good idea.
There you go. And she gave me that for Christmas, so that's my ID and stuff in there. Now, this is a little. Now, did you have a plan for this, or did you just make it up?
Oh, thank you.
Now, did you already have a plan or a pattern for this?
I bought the card pattern at the Stitching Post.
Okay. The Stitching Post in Sisters, Oregon. Oh, when we went up to the quilt show. But this one has the smaller one for your ID, a little bit bigger. And then the back, we have something girly in there, so we won't share that. But you could slip your you could slip your phone in there. It would
Oh,
work out
that's
very
true.
nice.
I'm always. I'm
Oh,
always-
that's right. And then when you close it, there's a phone thing there. But, you know, if you're like me and you tend to drop it all the time, I'd be better off with it inside the flap. But then you just,
I'm always losing my telephone. It will ring and I can't find it in the bottom of my bag.
There you go.
Very nice.
So there you have it.
Thank you.
And you should put it on.
I will put it on. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's
Okay.
just the right size, too.
Yes, it is.
See, if you're a big girl like me, you need it longer. What can I say?
I
Now,
think it looks lovely on you too.
oh, yes.
Anya.
Now, this last one is it's not a placemat, and it's not a table runner, it's both. Renee from Gladstone could not be here today. She's under the weather. We wish her all the get well wishes that we can muster.
And speedy recovery.
Yes, yes. She's very, very talented lady, as you can see. She
Isn't that
is
pretty?
very talented. And this has Insulbright in it. I love the material on the back. The little daisies are cute. And I think she did a great job on it.
She did.
And it, again, she's big with the little tiny pieces. If you look, you know, you've got the little tiny triangles in there, which she's getting pretty well known for is the little pieces. But I thought she did a great job.
Her things are
And you-
always wonderful.
Yeah, and you know, I'm kind of like Lucas. There's no color better than blue. Right, Lucas? Right. And
It's called purple. It's better than blue.
No.
Just because
Yeah,
I
you know
wear
what
red
purple
all the
has
time.
in it, though? Blue.
Blue.
Thank you very much.
Thank
But
you,
there you
Faith.
go.
Thank you.
And you look very lovely with that.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
You're styling.
When I walk down the street now, people will say, "Oh, I did see you on television. What is that?" So, thank you, and thanks to everybody who brought projects. And yes, there is challenge fabric for you, everybody. Some of you are going, okay. This one is, yeah, it was brand new at Christmas time. And it's part of a collection. And it has gold in it. It's wonderful fabric. Yep, it's a peacock. And then, you know, I like to make things hard. So you've got green, and it's kind of, well, sometimes it looks brown, and sometimes it looks, I don't know. So, got green. Yeah, it's kind of gingham, but it's heavy. It doesn't feel like gingham. And then, you've got the blue again. So,
the blue will be consistent.
yes. So figure that out. And we will be right back in just a minute. Before we leave today, I wanted to share with all of you one of our new projects that we're going to be doing. Last year we were involved with Project Linus, and we had wonderful time filming and watching what the people did. And around here we have one woman who's made, you know, over 3,000, pushing 4,000 quilts herself. But this spring we're going to focus on Quilts of Valor, and those are quilts that are given to veterans, either from any war, it doesn't matter, and they do not have to have a physical disability, because we know that just being in any kind of conflict, any kind of war, you can come home and it's the inside part that you don't see that often is, you know, so hard to have to deal with. So we're going to be showing some programs. We're going to actually be presenting a quilt or 2 or 3 to veterans. So we'll have more information on the website, and we hope that you'll be able to enjoy that with us and share. We're going to invite people to actually make blocks So the information will be on the website. So we thank everybody who came today, and we hope to see you next time on Oregon Quilting. Give yourself a hand. Welcome back. And my New Year's resolution, if you went to the website, was I promised myself I would make one block a month, which for some of you, you make hundreds of them. Well, so I thought, well, I better do that, and that's easier than losing weight. So that's what I did, and I like to use strips. So we started out with strips. And I had a 5-inch ruler, so I've got 5-inch strips. So I used the 2 blues from the challenge, and I put them together. And then I cut them into 5-inch squares. So I did the same with the blues, and then with the other challenge fabric, I did the print and the dark blue. So these were in strips, so then I cut them into 5-inch blocks. And then I drew a little line diagonally to make half square triangles. Yeah. So I had half square triangles, and I put them together in different ways. I'll do this first. So with these, they can go this way, and I'll show you an alternate way. I made more than one block. Aren't you proud of me? Yes, 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 yes. And then the blues. Then I decided I would try, since part of my ancestry is Dutch, I wanted to try the windmill block. So instead of looking it up and, doing it however the right way is, I just took my strip, and so then instead of doing 5 inches, it ended, I don't remember. I did write it down. 3.5 inches and 1 3/4 inch strips, and I sewed them together. And then I took my 5-inch strip and I put them together, cut them, and then I drew the diagonal line on them. And it makes a difference whether you do have this upside down or right side up, because my diagonal went from left top to right bottom. Then when you sew those blocks together, you get the windmill. I won't show you the back of it because my seams aren't straight. I'm working on that. My sewing machine's being repaired, so hopefully I'll be able to have straight. So then I decided, I did my blocks this month. Next month, I don't know, but if you put them together in a different way, I should have had somebody come up. So if you put them, depending how you turn them, you're going to get a different pattern. So from half square triangles, you can make all different designs. So I made a table runner, and the back is the blue fabric. So easy project. It went well. This is the our ever popular 10-minute table runner that you too can do in a half an hour if you do it plain. But if you do the blocks, it'll take you a little longer. So just remember, 10 minutes means 30, 40, whatever. So I thank you. And we have something else. We're going to be showing you some of the new fabric that's going to be coming up this spring. And so if you join us, I will be back in a minute, and you can watch that segment. Welcome to Oregon Quilting. We're on location, and we're actually in Swan Island in Portland, Oregon. And I have one of my favorite people with me, Brian, with
nice
Fabric
of you to say
Freedom. Well, it's true. And our viewers have enjoyed using and making products out of particularly the butterfly fabric, but all of Fabric Freedom. So I thought they would really enjoy knowing what's coming up that they can get in their local quilt shop after, well, next spring.
Yes.
So if you'd like to show us, why, we'd love to see what it is.
Well, let's start with Sunburst.
Okay.
This is a range of tropical prints. You've got the tea plant, hibiscus, birds of paradise on that. Very colourful. All of them have got quilt patterns to go with them as well. These are free downloads.
Okay.
So you can download all of this from our website or from the Schenck website free.
Okay.
We've got some new butterflies, but that's a new range of basic butterflies for next spring called Summer Breeze.
And these are so subtle. I mean, the others are just bold and
that's
bright.
That's right. There's still a rainbow of colour, and each of those, there's a fat quarter piece of that in the quilt. So very easy to make as a kit or something like that.
Okay.
This is called Ocean Waves.
My colours, of course.
You've got that colourway there. And this is how the sea looks more in England, and this is how the sea looks in the Caribbean.
Oh yes, yes. These are lovely. And it's nice that you have something that's different, more than what we had over here before.
Yes, yeah. It's a different colourway. It's a great colourway, but there's some great movement in some of these as well.
Yes,
really good.
And is there a quilt for this?
There will be, yes. This is all very early. These have actually just arrived with us. The Strike-Offs arrived in our London studio on Monday of this week. So this is a stick and paste onto these. So brand new. Nobody in the world's seen these until today. So this is the first. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. We like to do exciting things with Oregon Quilting.
This is English tea time. So you've got the teacups. And these are all authentic porcelain designs, and you've got all these small florals
to go with it.
Yeah, in 18th century, these little floral designs on porcelain were so popular. And England, of course, is the biggest tea drinking nation in the world, as well as afternoon tea. But this is called English tea time, this one. So this will be coming into the shops in February.
In February, wonderful.
We've done a lot of new coordinates to go with these as well from our Perfect Palette range, new colours in those.
I like these.
You like the English look, don't you?
I love the English, yes, I do. Yeah. Perhaps it's because of Hampton Court.
That's right, that's what it is.
Yes.
This is Summer's Day, and 2 new quilts on that one. In England we call this old man's beard, this flower.
Oh really? I haven't seen, I'm not been familiar with that. Old man's beard.
Yes.
Okay, all you ladies that want to do a quilt for the older person in your life.
This is called Old Man's Beard.
And this is also butterflies.
Yeah, it's got some butterflies worked into that range as well, and the swirls.
Okay. I like.
So you got blues going through pinks.
Movement.
Yes. Yeah. So that's called Summer's Day.
Summer's Day.
And Bright Spirit is the same, some of the same butterflies, but in a much brighter line with polka dots and swirls again.
Oh, fun.
And you've got beautiful quilts to go with those as well.
Go with it.
So these will be coming in for March.
In March, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. More butterflies, ladies. Be sure and look for them.
Yeah, these are beautiful actually, the colours in those.
Yes.
We've even got together Christmas.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Is that too early for Christmas or
no,
not?
No, no. And this is special Christmas, right?
It's all metallic and very traditional. So,
and this is 2013. So
yes.
people, this is your first look at
2013
not
Christmas.
2012, but 2013 Christmas.
That's right. So that's called the Joy of Christmas, and you've got paisleys and dots and all sorts of things going on in that one. We've done a Baroque Christmas.
And this has metallic in it.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes,
okay.
These are all metallic.
Okay.
You've got quilt projects to go with all of these as well. So a very Baroque styling there. And we've done an Art Nouveau Christmas as well. So
okay.
This will all be in the shops from June onwards.
Okay. So next summer when we do our summer Christmas program, we can have very new fabric.
And the good thing about our fabrics is because we hand paint everything, we only engrave in one mill, everything's already pre-shrunk, and we give it a soft Shriner finish as well. So
yes.
it's got a really lovely handle to it. So,
yes, it does.
You call it a hand here, we call it a handle in the UK. So, yeah.
No, it's lovely. Oh, Brian, these are wonderful. And I certainly thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you for coming. Yeah.
My pleasure.
Yeah, always lovely to see you.
Yes, it's always good to see you. We got a question, a comment on our website, and we had a question. One of our viewers wrote in and asked how to get rid of all the little threads and fabric that sometimes come on your cutting mat. And this one, mine are so bad I wouldn't bring the ones that are bad. So you just, pretend. But an art gum eraser. And you can get them at art supply stores. Sometimes craft stores have them, but it actually is in the art department, and it works wonderful. You just go along your seam or and it doesn't damage the board, and it actually helps clean that all up. So, viewer, I won't mention your name, but thank you for writing in, and if you too have a question that you'd like us to answer, or try to answer, or try and find the answer to your problem, why, just send us a comment at www.oregonquilting.weebly.com. And we'll see you next time.